YouTube, Coach Rod here, your number one Kingdom relationship coach. I want to talk about dating multiple people. Dating multiple people. When I say dating multiple people, I'm not talking about sleeping with them, but I'm talking about just going out collecting data to see if they can be someone that you can settle down with and hopefully marry. That's what dating for, is collecting data. Pastor Blake say this is where I get that from. Dating is for collecting data. You see, is that person is the one for you, to settle down with. And I do my videos and podcasts a lot of times based upon my experience as a coach. And I want to deal with this right here because that before in the past I said that it was okay to date multiple people. It was okay for a woman to date multiple men, But recently, something came to my spirit. Something dropped in my spirit. And I believe it was the Lord dropped this in my spirit, And I want to say this right here. Is it a sin to date multiple people? No, it's not a sin. Is it wrong to date multiple people? No, it's not wrong. As long as y'all not, on your backs. So I can't say that right there. But what I can say is, dating multiple people, you could hurt somebody. Somebody could end up getting hurt. Somebody's going to end up getting hurt because people get their feelings involved. People get their feelings involved and you spend time with them. And then now, you truly be with somebody else. That's going to really, damage somebody. So, and again, I do my podcast as my video based upon my experience as a coach. And for an example, I got this one client, she was dating two guys. And one guy, everything going good. He got a good, successful job. He got driving ambition, The other guy, again, she's not sleeping with them, these guys. She's not sleeping with them. She's just dating, collecting data, spending time with them. The other guy, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. He treats her like a queen. But he don't have driving ambition, She is a very successful woman, young woman, mid-30s, making, good money, 6 figures, and his money is like $35,000, but he don't have no drive, no ambition to, increase his income and do better. And so she asked my opinion on that right there. And so my opinion, I told her, I said, you got to look at this right here, if you was to marry him, cause I said, you want to have a baby, right? You want to have some children. She said, yeah. If you was to marry him, after you had a baby, you got to go right back to work because his $35,000 a year would not be able to pay the bills. So I asked her, I said, so do you think his $35,000 he make a year will carry you until you can go back to work? She said no. Because she had accumulated a certain amount of bills. She lived a certain amount of lifestyle. So his income won't be able to maintain her income if she was to have his baby when they get married. You see what I'm saying? So, in that sense, I told her, you got to think about that because you don't have to go right back to work because you have to be forced to go back to work right after you have that baby and not have time to heal. I mean, you probably have some weeks off and all that, but you're going to have to go back to work because you have to. Because the bills got to get paid because the bills that you have accumulated as a woman, single woman, he ain't gonna be ready to carry on that, you know what I'm saying? That responsibility as a man. And I believe when a woman have a baby, she should be able to stay home before she go back to work. Because, daycares. You know, I had my ex fiance worked in the daycare, and she said to me, when we had my little son, that she don't want to put him in no daycare because he can't talk, and she know how people in daycare do to children because she work in daycare, and she want to mistreat him, and he can't say nothing. So I want to stay home with him till he old enough to talk and communicate. So I said, cool. So she stayed home with our son, and I paid the bills, you know. And we lived together. We weren't married, but we lived together. You know, we shacked up, you know, stuff like that. You know, about 3 years, you know, I paid all the bills, took care of everything. So she wanted to go back to work, you know. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Now, her first child, because she had a deadbeat baby daddy, she had to go back to work after she had that child. And she almost went into, you know, she almost had a nervous breakdown. Just had a baby. You got to go back to work. Your body ain't even healed yet. You got to go back to work. And everything, all the pressure on her. So, you know, God brought her out of that. But that's the thing, you know, I told my client, so you got to look at that, you know. So she said, yeah, you're right. You know, so now what she got to do is she got to go to this guy who don't have driving ambition. He's very nice. And the thing about it is, us as human beings, we don't like to hurt nobody. We don't like to let nobody down. Normal people who have empathy for others, we don't like to go to nobody, and we don't like to reject people. And that's one of the hard things to do as a human being, is to reject somebody. You know, somebody that you don't spend time with, somebody who's a nice person. They got care. I mean, they treat you like a queen. But because they don't have the driving ambition that you like them to have, they try to better themselves. You know, he's a good man, but I told her he's not a good man for you. There's another woman out there who don't make as much as you, who don't require as much, and he could be a great fit for her, but he won't be a good fit for you, according to what you just said to me, because his driving ambition. You know, this what a lot of men don't understand. You want a woman that make $100,000, you 38 years old, you want to making 35,000, and you like, bruh, and you good with that? You can't afford a woman that make 100,000. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta get somebody that make around with what you make, that don't have driving ambition, that y'all can get together and you know, connect, you know, and you be a great man to her. But that woman is out of this man's league. But my point is, now she gotta let this man down, and she books sessions regularly. So you know, so the first time she said she gonna talk to him, you know, a week went by, she didn't do it, you know. And I understand why. So she put another session, and she said, Coach Rod, I still had not told him yet. So I thought she told him already. But again, we don't like to let people down, you know, reject people as humans. So she's struggling with rejecting him and how to reject him. So I just gave my advice, but in coaching, I just give my advice, but I let you make your own mind up what you're going to do. So I told her, I said, I wouldn't mention about the driving ambition part, because he might think you're a gold digger, because most men going to think that you're all about the money and you're a gold digger. And then now he come angry and bitter against women. Now he started him a podcast bashing women because of what you did to him. Or now he want to hurt all other women out there because he think all women are gold diggers. Or he want to go follow the man in the dark and all these other clowns on YouTube that got these channels that you know, that downgrade women. Now he bitter against women because, you see what I'm saying? And that's what dating most of people cause. It causes people to get hurt. So I told her I won't let him know about the driving ambition. I would just tell him, like, you know, right now I'm not in a space of being in a relationship. You know, I should have told you this earlier, but right now I just need to focus on myself, focus on my career. She is studying to get her real estate license, you know. I just want to study on my real estate license and make some, you know, I just want something like that. But I say put it in your own words and let God lead you. But I wouldn't tell him about the driving ambition part, because you're going to hurt the man like that. Because he really cares about her. He want to move where she live at. Because they live in different cities. and he already want to move where she move at. He really serious about her. I mean, she said he treat her like a queen. You know what I'm saying? And that's very hard for a person to go to reject somebody who treat them nice. So, you see what I'm saying? So that's what happens when you date multiple people. People get their feelings involved, and then you got to reject somebody, and then now people get hurt. And when men get hurt, men don't heal like women. Men don't get coaching. They don't read books how to better themselves. They don't do the work. So they become bitter, and then they come bitter against every woman. And then, again, nobody got these clowns with these podcasters that bash women. You see what I'm saying? Because they tried to date somebody who wasn't in their league, and that woman hurted them, and then now they bitter against women. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happens when you date multiple people. So understand, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. The way I feel like it, everybody should, it's like to each your own. Everybody should make their own decision whether they're going to do that or not. But me personally, I choose not to date multiple women because of who I am. Because I know women. I have coached over hundreds of women. And I know women, once they start spending time with me, start talking to me on the phone, start going out with me, they are going to fall for me. They are going to get attached because, you know, number one, I'm a very rare man. It's very rare to find a man like me. I'm not the average man. I stand out. So that's going to be hard for a woman who dating me and not catch feelings. And I know women fall in love easier than men. Women fall in love real fast. You know, 1 or 2 phone conversations, then they start hearing wedding bells. You see what I'm saying? So I know my conversation, my charm, my ambition, my drive, my goals, my vision. I know that's going to get a woman to want to be with me. That's what is going to impress her. So if I'm dating 3 women, again, I'm not sleeping with them. I'm just dating to collect data to see which one is my wife. Number one, that's going to cause confusion. It's going to make me confused because, number one, all 3 of them look good. Because again, like I always tell y'all, with men, it starts with physical attraction. Every man. Kingdom man, non-kingdom man. Now, some women get offended when I say stuff like that because they insecure and they look. But the women that know they look good, they understand this. They understand that men are visual. So the physical attraction got to be there first. That's what we look at. So all of them attractive to me, you know, and they all, you know, good women, God fearing. Now I gotta I gotta reject 2 women. Now I gotta go to 2 women and say, hey, listen, we've been dating for like 3 or 4 months, and I don't think, you know, we meant to be together. You know, I want to pursue somebody else, whatever. How you think the other 2 women gonna feel? We've been dating 3 months. We don't spend time with each other. We don't be on the phone a lot. You see what I'm saying? People's feelings get involved. Now you gotta hurt that. Now you gotta hurt that person and say, hey, look, listen, you know. And again, we don't like rejecting people as human beings. We don't like to let somebody down on purpose. You know, this one thing is hard to do for people who got a heart for people is to be honest and say, hey, listen, you know, I don't think we should be together. Especially to somebody who nice to you now. They nice to you. They're a good person. They got a good heart. They very nice to you. You know how they treat you, and y'all just get along good. That's even harder to tell them that, hey, you know, I want to pursue somebody else. Now that woman gonna look at me different because she gonna look at me like Coach Rod let me down. Coach Rod hurt me. Out of all the men, I expect different from Coach Rod. She gonna see me different. See what I'm saying? So me personally, I do not date multiple women. I date one woman at a time. Because I know women, and I know women will fall and attach to me. And if I date a woman, I pretty much know, if I approach a woman and pursue her, I pretty much know she is my wife, you know. Because like I say, it don't take a man a long time to know that he met his wife, you know. You know, it's just something that a man have in him to know that she the one, you know. Some men don't always follow that, but it's just something the man that's let us know that she the one. So if I'm dating one person, I'm courting one person, you know, the only way I will have to reject them if they would do something that I don't like, you know, if I see some red flags. So when that happened, I would approach them about it first and say, hey, listen, you know, I know this such and such and such and such and such, you know, that's like a turn off to me, you know, in a nice way. And then I would see they respond. If they respond with an attitude and don't want to change, then I would move on, because relationships is about compromising, you know. And I'm doing a video about that right now, about, you know, compromising in relationships. You know, sometimes you got to compromise for the other person. You know, it's not about you. And people get in a relationship for just to be selfish, for their own personal needs, but not consider they significant other. So, but if she say, okay, I know, and make some adjustments, then I'll continue to date her. You see what I'm saying? But if she don't make no adjustments and still do the same thing, then I would say, hey, you know, this is not going to work out. And then I will pursue another woman one at a time. That's how I do it, because I know feelings get involved, people get hurt, and I know it's hard to let somebody down that's being nice to you. They don't do you. They're not toxic. You know, they very, very nice to you, and now you gotta let them down. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I gotta change the heart. I know in the past I said ain't nothing wrong with dating multiple men, as long as you're not sleeping with them, but I take it back. I go back on my word on that. You know, again, it's not right or wrong. It's to each or all. If you want to date multiple men, you could. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not sleeping with them. But I'm going to say this right here. If you're going to do that, be honest from the beginning and say, hey, listen, you know, right now I'm just dating. You know, I don't know where it's going to go between me and you, but right now I'm just dating, and I do date other guys. I do date, you know, other people. If a guy watching, you know, I do date. I just date. I'm not sleeping with them. We're not in a relationship. Right now, I'm just going out, collecting data to see if, you know, we have a future together. If it's going to be you or the other guys I'm dating. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to date multiple people, my opinion, be open and honest up front. Give that person the opportunity to continue dating you. Don't be afraid of losing that person. Don't be afraid. Well, if I tell him, because this is what a lot of women do, they're afraid to be honest with people, because they figure if I tell him, with a man, because if I tell him, he going to leave. Your husband ain't going nowhere. If that man see you as his wife, if you tell him that right there, he ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, he might up his game and work more harder to get you, because he in competition. So now he know that he in competition. He gonna step his game up and be more consistent and be more, you know, honest and open, and, you know what I'm saying, make more time for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna date multiple people, be honest up front and let them know what they're getting into. Be fair and let them know, you know, what you're doing. Hey, listen, you know, I'm just dating right now. I'm not sleeping with nobody. I'm not in a relationship right now. I'm dating multiple people to see which, you know, do I have a future with them. You see what I'm saying? So if you do it like that, that person is aware, or at least they, you know what I'm saying, know what you are doing. And if they choose to still date you, now it's on them. Now, if you gotta reject them because you want to be with the other guy, now you can say, well, I told you in the beginning that, you know, I'm dating other people. And you see what I'm saying? So now you got something to fall back on. And then you won't feel as bad because you let them know, you gave them the heads up, and they still chose to date you. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on that right there. That's wisdom. If you're going to do it, I'm not saying that it's wrong. Me personally, but that's a personal decision that every woman should make. But me personally, I don't do it, because it's hard for me to go to women that I've spent time with, talk to on the phone. And you could be a man, I don't know about women, but you could be a man and got feelings for all three women. You know what I'm saying? got all feeling for all three women. Now I'm confused. Now I make my mind up and say, well, I want to be with this girl over here. Now I gotta go to two women and reject them. That's hard. That's hard for me to reject women. That's a good woman, God-fearing, character, morals, but I feel like the other woman could be a good fit. Now, I go to the other two women and I let them know that, hey, I want to go in a different direction. Now, I know women easily become emotionally soul-tied, emotionally bonded, because I understand me. When a woman talks on the phone with me, number one, she's going to get conversation. And I understand that a woman loves for a man, most women love for a man to conversate. Women are like that. How do I know? I'm not a woman, but I coach 100 women, and that's what they tell me. Coach Rod, I just want a man that can hold a conversation. Like, these men get on the phone, they can't even hold a conversation. You see what I'm saying? I want a man that hold a mature adult conversation, Coach Rod. So I heard hundreds of women say that. So that's how I know. So if a woman starts talking to me on the phone, if I'm talking to three women on the phone, they are going to like me because of my conversation. They're going to see my drive, my ambition, my dreams, and my goals. They're going to be like, wow, God-fearing. Then he promoting abstinence. All three of them women going to be attached to me. But I only can pick one because I don't believe in polygamy. Because I live in the New Testament. In the New Testament, the Bible says a man should have one wife, and a woman should have one husband. Apostle Paul said it in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. So I can't afford 3 wives. So hell, I better back and forth one wife. Just to get 3 wives. So I got to pick one of them. And then I got to reject the other 2. They're going to be hurt. Because when you spend time with Coach Rod, I'm not trying to brag on myself, you're gonna catch feelings. Because of my conversation. For an example, I call you one day, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. How was your day? Well, my day wasn't so good. This girl on my job, she always trying me, and she made me upset. She said something, she did this to me, whatever. This is what women like. I would say something like, well, reason why she doing that, because she jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? And what you got to understand is when people start hating on you, that's a sign that something good finna happen. And in order for you to get to the next level, you got to experience haters. Like, Joseph in the Bible, Joseph had to experience haters before he got to where God wanted him to be. So when you have haters in your life, thank God for your haters. You see what I'm saying? Because that means a promotion coming. But you got to go through this season of your life where you are being tempted by, haters. I would say something like that right there. That's how I am. And I may not say the whole thing word from word, but I'm just saying, I would say something similar to that right there. So don't let her get you down like that. Don't let her ruin your day. She jealous of you. She want to be like you. That's why she hating on you like that right there. You see what I'm saying? That's what I would say to something like that right there. And that's what a lot of women like to hear. That's a mature, adult conversation. I'm not going to be on the phone talking inappropriately, talking about the bedroom and all this stuff here. No. If we do talk about that, which is important to talk about that, it's going to be in a mature way, in a respectful manner. You see what I'm saying? So me, that's why I don't date multiple women, At first I said nothing wrong with it. But now I look back on it, I would date just one woman, because I do not like rejecting people who are nice to me, who we don't spend time together, we don't went out on a date, we don't ate together, talked on the phone a lot. Now I gotta reject a nice person. See what I'm saying? So again, it's not right or wrong. It's to each or all. Because I know a lot of coaches out there teach that you should date multiple people. I know one coach that y'all watch, majority of y'all watch, he said that. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He said that, nothing wrong with dating, women should date multiple, men. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying he wrong. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to do that, let the other person know, hey, listen, what you doing. Be honest with that person and let them know that, don't get your hopes up high. right now I'm just dating other men, to see who I have a future with. Something like that. Ain't gotta be everything I say word for word, but let them know what they're getting into, and give them the opportunity to still want to date you after you told them that what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Be fair like that. So if you do have to reject one person, now you understand that, hey, I told you. You see what I'm saying? Now my client, another guy asked for her number, and she gave him her number. But she got somebody that she really interested in, and she dating this other guy. Again, not sleeping with him, but just collecting data to figure out, which one is a good potential partner for her. So she said, so at this point, Coach Rod, should I continue to start dating multiple men, or should I just stop and just focus on this one guy? So I said, my opinion, it's up to you though. My opinion, I think at this point right now, you should not accept no more phone numbers. Cause now everybody want to talk to her now. You should set no more phone numbers right now. Focus on the other guy that you really serious about, that you see a future with. Because you don't want to keep rejecting men. Because men don't like rejection. And when men get rejected by a good-looking woman, or, a woman that got herself together, they get bitter. And then now they want to go start their podcast or go follow these clowns. So I say, for right now, if I was you, any man that want to be with you, let them know that you are seeing somebody right now and it's very serious. And right now, focus on this one guy, because you don't want to have to keep hurting men, letting men down. They spend the money on you. They paying for the dates. They spend the money on you. And one thing about a man, they spend money on you. I don't know why they feel this way, but it's not true. They feel as though they are entitled to have your body and stuff like that. So you got to be careful with that. You see what I'm saying? So that was dropped in my spirit about that right there. Again, I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's to each his own on that. But me personally, I don't date multiple women. I really don't. I do one at a time. And that's my advice. But again, it's up to you what you want to do in your dating life. I only can throw some things out there and give you some ideas. But at the end of the day, you got to make your decision what you're going to do. But it's not right or wrong. But it's just something that, I don't do. Because people get feelings for you. And now you got to reject those people who are nice to you. Y'all been dating. And you like them. My client, she really liked this guy. She really liked this guy because he's a good guy, character and everything. But she don't like his driving ambition. And he making $35,000. She making over $100,000. She gonna have to carry him financially. And that's one thing that now if she said if he had driving ambition, she'll go for him. Goals to better increase his income. And he working towards that, she'll go for him. But, he want to be complacent and stay where he at. So, understand that right there. Hey, the Coach Rod, if you need coaching, the link for that is going to be inside the description box. Click on that link for coaching. And also, the purchase of my book, Queen Do Not Settle. The link for that is going to be inside the description box as well. Hey, God bless y'all. I apologize for not being consistent with my videos and podcasts. Because, y'all know my condition, and it's not easy dealing with this right here. It takes a toll on you mentally, emotionally. When you got, eczema all in your face, it does something to your confidence. It does something to you. You got to look in the mirror and see you got eczema all in your face, the bumps and stuff. And sometimes I don't even do videos because of that reason. I want to look presentable. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all already commented, Coach Rod, I'm worried about you. You look different. So anybody who think I look different is the eczema. My face is inflammation. When your skin get inflamed, that's what eczema do. It inflame your skin. So the skin in my face get inflamed, called bumps and everything. So on my last previous videos, you will see my face look different. It's the eczema. Okay. Sometimes that's why I don't like to even come on and do videos. But by faith, I'm healed. All right. Just keep me in your prayers. God bless y'all. I'll talk soon.